Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we'll be talking about the Addiesdive AD2073. So this watch here is 36 millimeters in diameter. 3 dial variations available: emerald green, the fury red that we've got with us, and of course that steely gray. Now, 36 millimeter diameter. It sort of feels like a dress watch, especially when it's surrounded by a fluted bezel. But then we get the lume, which is bright and long-lasting, just what we'd expect from Addiesdive. We get the VH31 sweeping second quartz movement here. We get a Jubilee-style bracelet. We get a milled wing and a milled signed clasp. So this is an interesting setup, and considering the watch does cost $65 without any tax, that is a good proposition. Now, this watch was actually sent to me by the Addiesdive discount store, and I will be performing an honest and unbiased review, as per usual really, with this watch. Now, the affiliate link to the listing is in the description below the video, so do check it out if you're after a sharp price. And now let's dive in and talk about the AD2073 in detail. Let's do it. The Addiesdive AD2073 carries a truly classic, compact case that measures just 36 millimeters across. And while that sounds small on paper, it wears with real presence thanks to its proportions. This is very much a dress watch in spirit, but with some sporty cues hidden in the details. The wide 20mm lug width gives it a bolder stance on the wrist, almost squarish in its footprint, while the case thickness is kept to a slim and wearable 10.5mm. A good portion of that height comes from the tall 75-tooth fluted bezel that frames the dial, supporting a flat slab of sapphire crystal. The bracelet tapers elegantly from 20mm at the lugs down to 16 at the clasp. Despite the small diameter, the watch doesn't feel undersized. Instead, it sits naturally, with a lug-to-lug length of 41.5 millimeters. Looking at the profile, you notice the case gently curves, the lugs dropping down sharply to ensure a comfortable fit, even on wrist as small as 4.5 inches. The flank is slightly convex, giving the case a soft, fluid shape. It's fully polished but without excessive shine, maintaining a subtle, classy feel. The lug hoods are also polished, blending smoothly into the brushed end links of the bracelet, so the integration looks seamless. Finally, the right-hand side features a 6mm screw-down crown with crisp, fine threading and a sandblasted tip. The bracelet on the Addiesdive is a classic Jubilee-style design with brushed outer links and 3 polished center links that give it that dressy, refined look. Link articulation is excellent and the fluidity is great, largely because of the noticeable gaps between the rows of links. This makes the bracelet very flexible and comfortable on the wrist, giving it a soft, organic drape. However, with that flexibility comes looser tolerances. It's not the tightest construction you'll find, but at this price point, it's more of a minor trade-off rather than a drawback. The bracelet is held together with simple push pins, which is expected for this style and price. Moving to the clasp, it's surprisingly solid, a milled double pusher clasp that feels sturdy and reliable. It's signed with the Addiesdive logo and offers 5 micro adjustments, making it easy to fine-tune the fit. Flipping the watch over reveals a clean signed screw and caseback. It's engraved with the brand logo and notes the 100-meter water resistance, reminding you this watch isn't just about looks, it's built to handle daily wear without worry. At the heart of the Addiesdive, we find a simple yet striking setup. The flat sapphire crystal is absolutely clear and sits just a hairline above the fluted bezel, creating a flowing transition from the ridged bezel teeth to the beveled edge of the glass. It's treated with anti-reflective coating, and when you catch it at just the right angle, you'll see that subtle bluish tint that adds a refined touch and helps with legibility. The dial itself is where this watch really comes alive. Available in fiery lava red, emerald green, or a clean steel gray, each colorway has a strong gradient effect, starting bright and vibrant around the center before fading to black at the edges. Combined with a sharp sunburst texture, it creates a dynamic play of light that constantly shifts as you move your wrist. Around the periphery, a chapter ring neatly frames the applied baton hour markers, each edged in chrome and filled with lume. There's no date window here, keeping the design perfectly symmetrical and balanced. The Addiesdive name is elegantly printed in cursive just below 12 o'clock, while 100 meters is marked above 6, a subtle nod to its water resistance. Despite its dressy look, the lume is unmistakably from Addiesdive's sportier DNA. Bright blue, highly legible, and with impressive longevity. And powering it all is the Seiko VH31 quartz movement. It's precise, with up to 20 seconds variance per month, and the battery will last up to 3 years. Most importantly, it features a sweeping seconds hand, pulsing 4 beats per second for a smooth, almost mechanical sweep, adding a refined visual feel that you don't typically expect from a quartz watch. So what did you think about this watch? Sometimes I find it interesting how Addiesdive has the word dive in it, so you'd expect like it's a diver's watch type of company, and then it does get some really cool dive watches. But in the second half of 24 as well as 2025, we've been getting so many dress watches, so many chronographs, and so many of these sporty dress watches like the AD2073. So I think it is something really exciting and it's interesting, and I like that Addiesdive is out there exploring and playing with the options. But anyways, I hope you did find this review interesting and insightful. The link to the listing will be in the description below the video, so do check it out if you're after a sharp price. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.